Okay, Hyundai, let's take our test drive. You know, I gotta get that garage door fixed someday. All the bugs are getting in the house. Now, the vehicle we'll be driving is the 2014 Hyundai Santa Fe. This is the Sport 2.0T version with all-wheel drive. Now, there's two differences between the standard Hyundai Santa Fe and the Sport. The standard one seats 7. This has only 2 row seats and seats 4. Smaller and lighter. Secondly, the standard Santa Fe is offered with a 4-cylinder 190 horsepower engine or a big V6 with 290 horsepower rated at 18 to 25 miles per gallon. But on the Sport, we get this tiny little 2-liter engine, but with twin turbos it puts out 264 horsepower. I hear it's a real screamer once it spools up. We'll find out real quick. It's also rated 18 to 24 miles per gallon, about the same as the V6. Now, if this mid-size Hyundai Santa Fe is a bit too big or too expensive for you, we'll also be looking at the compact Hyundai Tucson towards the end of this video. Now, there's one area where the Santa Fe won me over right from the start, and that's down here. If you've been watching my videos in the past, one of the big problems we have with SUVs and cars is the body panel under the door, known as the rocker panels, is way too thick. Which means every time you get out, your pants leg is rubbing on the outside bodywork, getting your pants dirty. Fortunately, this is not an issue with the Santa Fe. Very narrow, you don't touch the bodywork, and as a bonus, the door comes all the way down to here. So you don't get dirt on the bodywork to begin with. This is the way it's supposed to be designed. Unfortunately, very few manufacturers are doing this nowadays. Hyundai and Mazda are two positives that come to mind. I'm sure I could think of a couple more, but right now we're just concerned with the Santa Fe. This is the way it should be done. Hyundai's been copying all the good features off other Japanese and German cars for some time, so there are very few flaws in their interiors. Got a very nice gauge package here. Navigation and radio climate controls, very easy to use. You're not likely to have to read the owner's manual. It's a good thing too, because this is how thick it is. And I suggest you take it out of the glove box, because without that in there, it's actually a pretty decent size. Lots of room for stuff. Of course, no third row seating in the back, but there's ample storage space. Also have some secret compartments underneath for hiding things. This Santa Fe was loaded up with all the goodies, so it does have all-wheel drive. And all-wheel drive does have a lock button to lock the wheels for more serious off-roading. I've always been puzzled by people who would buy an SUV and never take it off the pavement. Seems kind of defeating the purpose of the vehicle in my book, but that's just my opinion. But in any case, the Santa Fe is more than capable of doing so, especially with the all-wheel drive system. This little turbocharged 4-cylinder engine is really sweet. At low speeds, it's nice and quiet, plenty of torque. But you hit it, it moves. Woo! This thing hauls. Nice firm brakes, by the way. Now, I did notice that the ride quality on this vehicle was a bit on the firm side, with a lot of clumping and rumbling noises from the tires. There's a reason for this, I believe. The Hyundai Sport comes standard with 18-inch wheels. These are the optional 19-inch wheels with bigger tires, and while they do look cool, I think they're responsible for some of the rumbling, thumping noises I've been hearing. Furthermore, they require a 34 pounds per square inch setting, and out here it's 110 degrees, so the tire pressures from the heat have probably jumped up to around 38 pounds, which doesn't help. I lowered the tire pressures to 31 pounds all around. It smoothed the ride out quite a bit and did not affect handling or performance at all. So unless you're carrying about 4,000 pounds of gear, I would say that'd be more than adequate for your use. Just a little tip from me to you. The Hyundai Sport comes loaded without everything standard equipment. The only options we had was a navigation package, which includes the bigger tires and the carpeted floor mats, which brought the price up from $32,000 to $35,135. Of course, Hyundai discounts quite a bit, so you can probably work your price down a little bit on that. And by the way, in mixed city commuting, I'm getting around 19 to 20 miles per gallon on this rig. Not bad considering the power. Alright, coming up next is the compact Hyundai Tucson SUV. Smaller size, less money. And while we're waiting, we have a short little video for your entertainment. Direct from North Korea, Kim Jong-dong III will sing to you his latest video hit. Roll it! Here we have the 2014 compact Hyundai Tucson. The base engine is a 2-liter putting out 164 horsepower rated at 23 to 29 miles per gallon. We had the bigger 2.4-liter at 182 horsepower rated at 21 to 28 miles per gallon. A all-wheel drive system is available, which of course will reduce the fuel consumption figures a bit. The overall styling is nothing exotic. Sort of a plain Jane look. Then again, most SUVs in this class are about function more than looks. One thing I like about the Tucson is underneath the bumper there's very little overhang. It worked very well when I was going off-road. I didn't wipe out in any dips. If you're taking this off pavement, this is a good feature to have. The interior is nothing exotic, but very functional. Got a very nice gauge cluster here. Very simple knobs for the climate control. Thank you. Simple buttons for the navigation and stereo system. The glove box is medium sized. If you take the owner's manual out, you'll have plenty of room. And the seats are reasonably comfortable. Here's the super thick phone book sized owner's manual. Are you really going to read this? Must have a lot of time on your hands. The 184 horsepower combined with the 6-speed automatic results in adequate acceleration. Nice firm brakes. In daily driving, the Tucson's pleasant enough. The steering has very good feel and response. The handling is well balanced. And the ride control is reasonably comfortable. A nice daily commuter. There's enough ground clearance for driving off pavement, which works better if you order the all-wheel drive. As long as you remember this isn't a Jeep, you'll be just fine. The base price of a Tucson runs around $22,000. This was loaded up with everything except all-wheel drive, so maxed out at $29,000. Although I thought it was kind of odd being charged $110 extra for carpeted floor mats. Oh well. If you don't care for the compact SUVs put up by Mazda, Toyota, or Honda, the Hyundai Tucson might make a good alternative for you. especially since Hyundai discounts more. Definitely worth a look.